everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I ask you every single day. I do because we are building a community, we are building a tribe. And let me tell you, this is the best doggone tribe, best doggone community on these internet streets. Let me tell you. And if you want to be a part of it, you know what you need to do. Go right down in those settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit that notification bell too so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Ooh, that thing, we go back and forth. I'm telling you, like that song, back, forth and forth. Y'all know I can't sing. But anyway, yeah, we go back and forth. Also, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers that support the channel by watching the commercials. Let me tell you, it means so much, so much. That support means so much. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, over there in the corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative to have your support. Also, if you just want to do a one time donation, over on the other corner over there, you see it? There it is. That is the super thanks button. And if you want to be just do a one time donation, all donations to the channel will be always greatly appreciated. Also, y'all, I do have some shout outs. I do. I want to shout out Church Nellie. Yes, Church Nellie just came right on through. She did. Well, I don't even know what to say about Church Nellie anymore. She is the OG of all OGs. That's what she is. She is the glue. She is what holds us all together. She is the common thread that runs through the Sussex Squad. And I am so thrilled and so happy to have her as a part of my community, a part of my tribe. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super thanks. And just thank you for being Church Nelly. Yes, because it is only one and we do not want another. Also, I want to say thank you and for the super thanks to Vanessa Jones. Vanessa, thank you. Thank you for the super thanks. And just thank you for just being a part of our community. I am just so thrilled that you are part of the tribe. And I just thank you for seeing something in my channel and just saying that you want to support it. It means so much to me. So thank you. Also, I want to give a shout out to Lillian Maldonado. She sent me a PayPal today, and Lillian, thank you for just being a ride or die. You are such a ride or die and such an unwavering supporter of this channel, and it means everything. I just could not do it without people like you. And I'm so appreciative and so thankful and so blessed to have you. So thank you for the super thanks. All right, y'all. With all that said, let's get to the read. Of course, we have a lot. We do. And y'all know when I'm putting the read together, y'all know what I do. I hit these internet streets. And that's exactly what I have been doing today. It's been a busy day, but I still hit these internet streets because we all know that the read must go on. So I was over on all the social media platforms. I was over on Blue Sky. I was over at TikTok. I'm telling you, TikTok, the squatties over to TikTok, and even people who are not squatties, who are just supporters of Meghan and just see the nonsense that's going on and defended her. I'm telling you, they got the best TikToks over there. We have a couple of sound bites today, and I'm telling you, it is so good on TikTok right now. It is. I can just spend hour after hour over there. But I tried not to stay over there too long because, like I said, it's a busy time for me. But when I get all settled, I am going to start spending some time over on TikTok because I really, really enjoyed it. But then I went over to Instagram. Y'all know I have to go over there and stalk Megan and see what the Instagram squatties are doing. And they are just all over the place. They're talking about Megan gonna be on the Drew Barrymore show tomorrow. And that news broke today. And so the squatties are just thrilled. I'm telling you, it's such a great time to be a Squatty, a member of the Sussex Squad. It is so great because at the end of the day, we picked the winners. We did. And what do? They keep on winning. They keep putting those points on the board. And that's what Megan has been doing. And I did a pop up earlier today, and Megan is absolutely doing so great with Love. Megan is just absolutely showing up and showing out on a lot of different TV screens, let me tell you. And I mean all over the world. I am loving it. I am loving it. I love winning and I love being with the winners. I do. The Sussex Squad knows how to pick a winner. We do. And they keep winning, and I keep loving it. And so that is what the Instagram squatties are talking about. And then I made my way over to the sewer. Y'all know I had to go over there to the sewer and see what the squatties over to X, formerly known as Twitter, is doing. And I tell you, whew, it's a lot of dragging going on. It's a lot of celebrating going on. It's just a lot of everything going on. And we're going to talk about a lot of it. We are on this particular podcast. So we best get started because we all know when it's a lot, time goes by really, really quickly. All right, so let's start with this. I'm gonna put it up, and People magazine posted this, and it says Meghan Markle makes rare TV appearance on the Drew Barrymore show. What she revealed, and they put up an article, and I'm gonna put up the article, and the name of the article is Meghan Markle makes rare TV appearance on the Drew Barrymore show. What she revealed. It says the Duchess of Sussex filmed the segment in New York City as her new show, With Love Meghan, premiered on Netflix. And it goes on to say, one day after the new show, With Love Meghan, hits Netflix, it was announced on March 5th that the Duchess of Sussex will appear on the Drew Barrymore show in an episode airing on Thursday, March 6th. During the interview, Meghan will discuss her new show on Netflix, her courtship with Prince Harry, how she balances her professional commitments with parenthood to Prince Archie 5 and Princess Lilibeth 3, the words her children still say with a British accent, and what Suits was originally named, and more. So it is going to be chock full. And I'm telling you, it seems like Megan had such a great time. Drew seems like she's a very sweet person and was very welcoming to her. And I am just really, really excited to see what Megan is going to say. Now, they have some clips online, and the part where it said what Suits was named before it was named Suits, and Megan said in a clip that it was the working title for Suits was Legal Minds, and they changed it because of another television show that actually had a name similar to that, so they changed it to Suits. And I did not see the clip where they said what words that Lilybeth and Prince Archie and Princess Lilybeth still say with the English accent. I did hear her say that some words they say like their father, but basically they have American accents. Also, it says, I mean, look, life is full of surprises. I did not expect to meet Harry and for this to be the love story. And you know, I am very lucky, Meghan told Barrymore, describing Harry as funny, the funniest, sweetest, most charming, as well as an amazing father in the promo clip of the show. Yes, Harry is Prince Charming. He absolutely is. He is the sweetest and the funniest. He has a lot of good qualities. I am sure he is not perfect, but he is good enough. He is. He's close enough. And I am just so thrilled that him and Megan remains happy after all these years. They have been together for a while. We're talking maybe even 9 years, coming up on 10 years, and they're happy. And I just love it. Megan also said that when she was babysitting in college, she was babysitting for this couple, and the man, the father, of the children she was babysitting for said that when she met her person that they really need to date you forever and always get them to date you forever. And Megan said that was one thing that Harry vowed to do was to continue to date her forever, and that is exactly what he has done. And she talked about the surprise of finding the flowers and the cards that the kids had sent her after she had her, well, it wasn't an engagement. It was that meet and greet with some of her just just longtime fans in New York City. She did. So, yes, it seems like a good article. It seems like it's going to be a good segment on the Drew Barrymore show. I am looking forward to it. I am. And we will discuss afterwards. You know we will. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this article up. And I think I found it in Feminagra. I cannot remember, and it is cut off. I think it's been a few days, so forgive me for that. But I do think it was in Feminagra. But like I said, it's cut off, and I cannot tell. But the name of the article is "The Negative Review Against With Love Meghan Exposed as the Bigger Problem." Yes, the problem doesn't lie with love, Megan. It lies with the flying monkeys. These flying monkeys are predisposed to negativity and criticism for Megan because that's the way a smear campaign go. And they are still on that sinking ship. Now, don't get confused. The ship is literally sinking. And it seems that they are bound and determined to go down with the ship because it is clear that the smear campaign has not been successful. And people are really starting to turn on the negativity. The blowback for those flying monkeys and that family is real. I'm just saying. All right, let's get into the article. The title of the article is The Negative Reviews Against With Love Meghan Exposes a Bigger Problem. And the article, I'm going to skip around a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole article because it is pretty long, but I'm going to hit some of the highlights. And this part right here, where it says the media's reaction followed a predictable script. Where is the lie? We all knew that this is what they were going to do. They showed their hands so many times, and we have been through it so many times that it is pretty predictable by now. And it goes on to say British tabloids and certain entertainment outlets wasted no time in branding the series as shallow, unnecessary, and a ego trip. Social media trolls latched onto the criticism, dissecting everything from the show's aesthetics to Meghan's fruit platters. But the real issue is not Meghan's show. The real issue is who is allowed to create content without being picked apart. Now, isn't that a question? Isn't that something to ponder? Why is it that Meghan cannot create content without being picked apart? And we all know, like they were saying, the British tabloids and certain entertainment outlets, this is just a smear campaign doing what smear campaigns do. And that is to use lies to smear one's character and to just create fake outrage over nothing. And that's exactly what they have done in this situation. But it just doesn't work anymore. I have said that so many times. That dog is tired. It cannot hunt anymore because this has been going on for 5 years. We're going on 6 years of this ongoing smear campaign where Harry and Meghan cannot do anything right. They pick apart everything and it's negative, negative, negative all the time. But even in the face of all that negativity, Harry and Meghan continues to win. They continue to put the points on the board. They continue to outmaneuver all of the people that are coming up against them, trying to destroy them. Harry and Meghan continue to run circles around everyone over across that pond who has been trying to absolutely destroy them. They have done that, and they have ended up with a pocket full of money on top of it. But yet and still, they still will not get off of the sinking ship. They will not give up the ghost. They continue on no matter what. And I think they're going to continue on to the point where it's no respect whatsoever for anything over there across the pond because it's just about right there now. And it is not just coming from the outside, it is coming from within. Because every time they open a phone line, the people that comes on the phone line on those call-ins are just not having it anymore. To the point where I saw Jeremy Vine show and he opens a phone line for one caller. And the one caller was taking up for Harry and Meghan. The worm has turned, and I think they absolutely know it by now because they tried everything. They threw everything. And at this point, they're just throwing things willy nilly, just throwing stuff against the wall, hoping something stick, but still hadn't figured out that it's never going to stick because everything that they say, everything that they do, all Harry and Meghan has to do is to pop out and just defute all of the nonsense that they have taken months and months and months for them to create this narrative. And Meghan and Harry just pops out and just destroys it. And the article goes on to say that certain media outlets are mocking Meghan for encouraging parents to make fruit salads with their children. According to them, no mother has time for that. Isn't that something? One of the strangest attacks came from a tabloid claiming Meghan stole ideas from a food blogger. Food influencer Meg Gwynn was one of the people whose name was dragged into the fake controversy. Instead of fueling the outrage, Gwynn set the record straight. She made it clear that the food content is naturally competitive and no one invents the idea of a fruit board or taco spread. But the media needed something negative to say about Meghan, so they invented the scandal. They absolutely did. But like I said, who can create a fake controversy any easier and any quicker than the Daily Fail? This is their specialty. This is what they do. They create a controversy out of thin air or out of the fevered minds of one of those ugly old hags they have on staff, like Jan one-eyed cyclops more, and they take that and then they create a controversy around it, and then they report on the controversy that they have made. This has been going on since the beginning of this paper, and it has not let up since. I saw what Jan Moore, that one-eyed cyclops, had written another piece talking about Megan couldn't. I think it was something about it's a show about how to make ice cubes or something like that. And my advice to Jan, One Eyed Cyclops Moore, is to really focus in on her own problems. And that would be how cockeyed she is. She has one eye that looks at you and the other one that scans the room looking for you. But yet and still, she has so much smoke for Meghan. Take care of that. At this point, it is really getting to be creepy. But yet and still, you're too busy in Megan's business and not enough in your own business to get that eye situation straightened out. I'm just saying. And the article goes on to say that Megan's success is the real problem for these people. And it says the criticism is not about the show. It is about Meghan succeeding on her own terms. The media was ready to call the show a failure before it even aired. When it debuted at the top of Netflix show, those same critics tried to dismiss the numbers, but the facts speak for themselves. The show is popular, the audience is engaged. Entertainment outlets like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter ran negative reviews while ignoring the show's growing success. Some of the harshest takes came from male writers who are not the target audience. Say that a little louder for the people in the back. I have never saw men who stay in a woman's business as much as these men from across the pond and these weak men who absolutely came from across the pond over here and worked for the Hollywood Reporter and worked for Variety, and they constantly attacking a woman, and that is not a good look. It's not. And just the moment when the Sussex Squad goes in on them, they're writing articles about what a victim they are. And it goes on to say that they did not watch the show in good faith. Their approach is to look for the flaws. Meanwhile, viewers who are actually enjoying the series point out it is wholesome, well produced, and far from a disaster, the critics claims. Where is the lie? because at the end of the day, they have not been able to sabotage anything. They have not been able to stop Harry and Meghan at any junction. And I think that really frustrates them. And they continue to bring more and more people on. Look at Variety. When did Variety start getting into the rag business? Variety, Hollywood Reporter, who is next? Who is next that this smear campaign is going to end up blowing back on them and causing them their reputation? Because Vanity Fair has been sold. The Hollywood Reporter has been sold. And now here's Variety, one of the industry's most respected news sources, has been tarnished, has been tainted by this ongoing desire that this family and these flying monkeys and all of these rag owners are determined to bring Harry and Meghan down. And all it is resulting in is them being brought down. And that's it. Respect has been lost. Like I said, for Vanity Fair to get involved in a hit piece, none of these papers' reputations will ever recover from this. I will never look at them the same. And like I said, the people who is in the Hollywood industry should never look to these papers the same again either, because it's Meghan today. It could be them tomorrow. If they have so little character to participate in nonsense like this because of a family that is crossed the pond, and a vendetta that was started by the rags, but yet and still they want their pound of flesh from Harry and Meghan. Yeah, y'all have showed who you are and what you're about. And everybody over there in Los Angeles in the show business should take note that these particular magazines are not to be trusted. All right, I'm gonna put this up. And in that last article, I talked about this food blogger, Meg Quinn, and how the fail had manufactured this controversy around a lot of food influencers, and they absolutely name checked Meg Gwynn, saying that Meghan has stolen that fruit board, with the rainbow. She has stolen that from Meg Quinn. Well, when Meg Quinn got wind of that, because they absolutely created that controversy around her, and she had no idea what was going on, but she handled it with such class and such grace because she recognized what this was about. It was about attaching negativity to Meghan's project, to Meghan's business. And I'm going to play her soundbite. I'm going to put up a picture. I'm going to play her soundbite, and we will discuss on the other side.
People be hating on Meghan Markle, and somehow I am involved. This is me, LA food blogger, also called Meg, who she's accused of ripping off in her new Netflix series. I honestly heard about it for the first time today. Apparently, in episode 2, she makes a beautiful fruit rainbow board that is similar to the one that I have on my blog that I've been sharing on Instagram for years. They also accuse her of stealing a taco bar idea from my blog. Spoiler alert, I am not the first person to ever think put fruit in rainbow order in an arch to make a rainbow board. And I'm not the first person to ever done a taco board. Now, this was run in a few different publications, including the Daily Mail and the Sun, and they accuse the show of ripping off a few different bloggers. You can see some examples, including mine here. I have no idea what these other bloggers think about it, but I personally thought the whole thing was hysterical. Like, a lot of creativity is derivative. It's not entirely original, and I'm not going to knock Meghan for making food on a TV show. Now, I haven't seen the TV show, so certainly let me know your thoughts, but I just thought criticism was a little much.
And of course, anyone else would have thought the criticism was a little too much. This is what these people do. They absolutely stayed up all night. I am willing to bet you, and went through all of the food influencers and the food bloggers, what they had posted on their pages, and found something that was similar to what Meghan had done, and then went about accusing her of stealing it, not knowing that this is just part of being a food influencer or doing food. I mean, do you think that Martha Stewart created everything that she presents on her television show? Do you honestly think that everything that Martha Stewart presents, cooks, or creates on her television show, on her lifestyle blog, on her lifestyle, whatever she has? I know she has a television show, I know she has a blog, and she also sells goods. Do you think everything that she even sells is something that she has created, is all original? Stop it. Stop it. Trying to create a standard for Meghan that is impossible for anybody to obtain. I mean, come on now. Megan got inspiration from, I'm sure it even could be this particular food blogger. But so what? What is your point? Is it trademarked to the point where she can't use it because it's been trademarked in some way? That's not the way food and lifestyle goes. Nothing's trademarked, and everybody finds inspiration from everyone else. Big deal. And this particular food influencer, she made it perfectly clear that that is the way the industry is. Meg Quinn cleared it up. But what she didn't seem to understand and know what the Daily Fail is about. It's not about the truth. It's not about understanding how things work. It is about smearing Meghan any way or anyhow that they can. And that's what this was about. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty said, food blogger Meg Quinn speaks out against the British media and royal losers trying to attack Meghan and accusing her of copying. Glad she spoke out against it. She schooled them. That's what she did. She gave them some education. The education that they are liking in. She let them know that when food bloggers and food influencers are doing things, they are inspirations to each other. And they get inspiration from all over the place. It is something that's shared, not something that is trademarked. But the Daily Fail could care less about that. All it cared about is making up a fake controversy. I cannot wait till next year where Harry gets in those pockets. And I hope more and more people come out and get in those pockets. I'm sick of them. I'm just absolutely sick of them. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty really made a great point. It's a repost, and the original post said this. This is what it looks like when women are supporting other women. Where is the lie? She was not going to allow that to continue with her name attached to it. She was not. She is a stand up type person, and she is not about the nonsense and the hate and the ridicule and the targeting and the smearing. She wasn't about that. And she just shut it down because she absolutely identified it and then went about doing something about it. I love it. And then this particular squatter came in and reposted that and said this: reminds me of the bullying investigation announced hours before the Oprah interview, where neither of the supposed victims were consulted. The British press just literally makes SHIT up. And where is the lie? We see it on a daily basis. They have exposed themselves to be liars. They have exposed themselves to be liars and really trying to set Meghan up as some kind of person who copies, some kind of person who is fake and not genuine. And in actuality, it's them. It always has been them, never her, them. I'm just saying. But yes, I am really digging Meg Gwen. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up. And it says a producer on two of Martha Stewart's previous shows weigh in with a 10 out of 10 on With Love Megan. And I'm going to play you the soundbite. She absolutely lets everyone know that this is a good show. So I'm going to put her picture up now, and then we'll talk on the other end.
The former Martha Stewart living producer, here is my unfiltered review of Meghan Markle's new Netflix series With Love Meghan Sussex. I was a celebrity producer on Martha Stewart Living before she went to jail and worked on her talk show after she came back to jail. Here's what I think of Meghan's show. She's getting a lot of criticism, and I say ignore it. Here's why. I watched the first episode. She has her friend who's a makeup artist on the show. They are good friends. So that was a really good choice. Their friendship came off as authentic. We got to know Meghan through her friend. They talked about what it was like when they first met, when she was working on Suits. He gave an authentic glimpse into who she was. He went to her wedding, so they got to share some memories around that. It was very natural, and it gave us a really good glimpse into who she was. She's a warm person. No, she is not reinventing the wheel with this show, nor do I think she should. This is a classic how-to show. Is making things, dinners, candles, cake, tea, and then she's showing us where they came from. So, for example, she sourced honey from her property, and then she's using the honey and the beeswax. She was like, forget about her perfection. It doesn't need to be perfect. The clean, beautiful background of Montecito was beautiful. Meghan in her element. And I don't think it needs to be a revolutionary show with things you've never seen. This is a glimpse into what she values in her life, what she likes, who her friends are, how she likes to entertain. And you know what? I read her human design. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a profile of who she is based on astrological, quantum physics, the I Ching, and she is doing the work that she was born to do. Human design says the reason why she's on this planet is to elevate everyone's environment. Because in elevating their environments, you elevate their consciousness, and that's how I feel watching the show. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I'm looking forward to watching all of the episodes. Did I get it right? What do you think?
And there you go. Somebody who has worked in the industry really feels that this is a good show. She said 10 out of 10. And you know that they hold up Martha Stewart as a standard bearer of being the best of the best. Well, this is her producer. She helped her to produce the show that you consider the best of the best. And she is saying that Megan's show is 10 out of 10. So that's all I have to say about that. Because when people who know what they're talking about say what needs to be said, it's no add-ons for me. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty posted a BuzzFeed article. Now, I went in, read the article, and let me tell you, it is Chef Kiss. I'm not going to get into the article, but if you would like to read the article, it is on the BuzzFeed website. And this particular squatty posted it and said, true story. And you know what they're talking about? Look at the name of the article. It says, With Love, Meghan proves that if you are still hating on Meghan Markle in 2025, you're literally just embarrassing yourself. I love BuzzFeed. And BuzzFeed has kept this same energy since way back when Meghan was in that royal family. And so that is why I don't see why Harry and Meghan doesn't work with BuzzFeed more. I understand that BuzzFeed is strictly online, not like people, but still, BuzzFeed has kept the same energy for years and years and years. Let's not forget that they still have on their website and that story that they broke about the comparisons between Meghan and Kate, the inconsistency, the absolute hypocrisy that those rags over there were showing when it came to Meghan and Kate. You know, the avocado controversy was created by an article that was featured in BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed has kept the same energy and I love it. I understand that People is a bigger platform than BuzzFeed, but let's, not get it twisted. Wherever Meghan and Harry goes, they're going to get the eyeballs. So I would love to see them give BuzzFeed an exclusive or something. Like I said, they have consistently kept the same energy for years and years and years. And it goes on to say, imagine hating on Meghan Markle and she's just slipping on rosé and making ladybug crudités in the Montecito sunshine. Yes. Imagine just hating on her and she is just living the best life. It must be miserable. I'm just saying. But yes, come on with it, Harry and Meghan. Come on and support BuzzFeed because I must say that is the best title of any article that I have saw so far since Harry and Meghan has been together, beside the other one about BuzzFeed that broke the story of how they were treating Meghan over across the pond. It was the first article that really got some attention to show people how those rags were literally tormenting Meghan. So, yes, come on and show BuzzFeed some love. I got to advocate for BuzzFeed. I love it. I'm going to put this one up, and this was posted by the Duchess of Success, and she reposted something that the British Vogue has said. And I think it's an article that they maybe had written. I don't know. I didn't go over there to check, but I tell you, I had to include it in my podcast. This is what the Duchess of Success says. It says, Love this from Vogue. To all of the Rangers, go cool off with a lavender towel. And we all know Megan was making lavender towels for her and Delphina after their hike. So, yes, and this is what British Vogue posted, and it says, Furious about With Love Megan, go cool off with a lavender towel. Yes, I love it. I love it. Everybody is not going along with the agenda anymore. It is plenty of news organizations that are breaking off from that. The news organizations here in America, very few is going along with it. It has to have some kind of British connection for them to risk tarnishing their reputation by putting out some hit piece and some BS like the Hollywood Reporter and now Variety. I got to really look into that and see what the British connection is to Variety. And you best believe it is a connection there, because this is not normal behavior for something that is so well respected in Hollywood. And I believe that this is a consistent plan that they are trying to infiltrate into Hollywood, trying to change the hearts and minds of the people that work in the industry. They want to try to turn people against Harry and Meghan, and they're trying to go through these very respected news organizations within the Hollywood community. Like I said, variety is very much respected. And for it to come out with a hit piece, but what they don't seem to understand and what they don't have on their side is Megan's management company. It is the best in Hollywood. It is the most respected in Hollywood. It is the most desired in Hollywood. And it has the most power in Hollywood. So all I can say is good luck. Good luck with your hit piece here and there in these couple of publications, because at the end of the day, Megan is on the side of all the power and the pull when it comes to Hollywood. And plus, she has herself, because every time Megan shows up, she destroys the narrative that these publications have tried to create on behalf of that family over there, on behalf of those flying monkeys in Fleet Street. I have said this from the beginning. The apparatus that that family, to keep that family in power, runs deep and wide. And we witness that on a daily basis. It has sucked in variety, and it continues to try this, to bring Harry and Meghan down, to absolutely destroy them. That is still their goal. Even though they have lost, they are still flailing around trying to get something going. But like I said, Meghan's representation is the most powerful one in Hollywood. So all I can say is good luck. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna fool around and catch a lawsuit. And it's not gonna be Megan suing, it's going to be her representative suing. Her management is going to be suing them. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And it just says what needs to be said. It says, imagine loathing someone who doesn't know you from dirt. You hate watch everything she does just to complain and whine that you dislike what you take hours to watch. Royalists are mental AF, but God will make them the footstool, and like dust, Megan Sussex will rise. Where is the lie? Where is the lie in that? They are just as mental as AF. They'll do all of this. And I said this in my last podcast. They are not like us. We would not spend 5 seconds watching anything that those left behinds have ever done, like a documentary or something like that. We will not waste our time on that, because they don't rank high enough for us to care about anything that they're doing. And I don't hate them. I don't hate any of them. I have nothing for them. I don't hate them. I don't like them. I don't care. But these crazy royalists, these derangers, these ugly old, just demented hags, they will spend hour after hour after hour hate watching, just so they can whine about it, just so they can pick whatever Megan is doing apart. And it goes to show that the people who does nothing are the ones who talk the most. People who are doing something, they're too busy to talk about any of the nonsense that is going on when it comes to Megan. When you have something going on, when you are a well rounded person, when you are mentally fit, you don't have time for this nonsense like this and just posting and just so immersed in this situation, meaning someone that you supposedly hate, I give them none of my time and none of my attention unless they do something to one of my faves, and then I drag them. And I find pleasure in that. But other than that, if they would leave Harry and Meghan alone, I would give them zero. I would be serving up as much dust as Harry and Meghan serves up on a daily basis. It is crazy to me how these people behave. And like I said, one day it will be studied, and one day it will be a medication to help with the fevered mind that these people have. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty said this: Megan Sussex doesn't mention the royals nor even her time as a royal in With Love Megan. So there's no reason for all of the interest from royal reporters. Where is the lie? Why are they so pressed? Why are they in Megan's business so hard? She is not a part of that family. They made it perfectly clear that when you're not a working royal, they even said that you're not even royal anymore, but we know that's a lie. But they have even said that. And Harry and Meghan have moved 5,000 miles away and do not cater to them or pay them any mind or try to sell them one jar of jam. But all they do is stay in Harry and Meghan's business. Why? Why so much interest? We all know Meghan has them in a chokehold, but I am sure it is nothing that she takes pleasure in. Megan is just going about her life, her day to day business, and these people are full on obsessed with everything that she does. And it's the most ridiculous thing to watch and the most irritating as well. I'm just saying. But this squatty goes on to say a new article every hour on the hour. It's ridiculous. Just leave the woman alone already. Go write about the remaining royals. Yes, they go. Charles was out and about today. Go and write about him. Focus on him. Focus on the horse who has retired low key. She in low key retirement. Focus, focus on William and Kate. They're the future. You keep saying that, but yet and still, you cannot take your eyes away from Montecito. It's ridiculous at this point. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up. And this right here just shows you how low down, how dirty, how it's no low that these trolls, these derangers, these flying monkeys will not go in order to hurt a woman that they do not know, that has done nothing to them except make them feel bad about themselves, which has nothing to do with her and everything to do with them. They're unhappy the way their life turned out, that they didn't get to marry the prince. And somehow this woman of African descent, who they feel doesn't deserve it, has gotten the life that they want. And they're mad at her about it. And these are the shenanigans, these are the low life tactics that these evil, deranged, fever minded individuals is willing to go to. There, it is no low that they're not willing to go. Look here. You see down there at the bottom where this particular squatty had reposted someone's post, and that is from a troll. And this is what they're saying. Look, it says, please don't forget to downvote her show on IMDb. Do it as soon as you're able to. Pick a nice, juicy one. Thanks. And look, has a picture of Meghan with love, Meghan. You see what I'm saying? This is who these people are. It is no low that they won't go. And this particular squatty reposted it and said this very much telling people to downvote Meg's show before it's even aired is pretty pathetic. If she's such a failure, why all these efforts to bring her down? Just embarrassing. Exactly. Exactly. They know she is not a failure. They know that they have to pull this nonsense in order to try to make her fail. I'm just saying. So I want to show this one. And this particular person, she is not a squatty. She posted this. Well, I think a squatty reposted it, but the original post is by someone who used to work for Oprah. And she says this for those saying Meghan Markle new show is out of touch. Here's me with Meghan in 2014. I was an editor at Oprah magazine. She was a rising actress in a show called Suits who was pitching ideas from her blog, The Tig. It was all about delicious food and exotic travel and beautiful objects. See, this is Meghan. Here she is. She has been doing this since way before 2014. And this particular squatty said this and reposted it and said, she is not new to this. She is true to this. And there are recipes and witnesses. Yes. And here she is. And you know what? They just was saying how Meghan just invited Oprah to her wedding out of the blue. And here Meghan is working with Oprah magazine back in 2014. They know nothing about Meghan, but they're always talking about her. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And I tell you what, y'all remember in my last podcast, I talked about Meghan mentioning her grandmother while she was frying chicken. And I can't remember. I think it was episode 3 or 4. I can't remember. But yes. And so I wanted to find a picture of Meghan's grandmother, Doria's mother. And so this particular squatty must have read my mind because I found this post right here. And look at it. There's Meghan with her grandmother. And it says, this particular squatty posted it and said this my grandmother, my mom's mom, used to fry chicken, but I loved it. And my husband loves fried chicken too. So maybe we're going to start making more of this. I love that she included her special family members in. Yes, look at Meghan. Meghan and her grandmother. Yes, I love it. Also, I want to put this one up. And this particular squatty posted something that Meghan said on the Drew Barrymore show. I don't know what the context was, but I do know that she's doing a lot of cooking and they're doing a lot of talking. But evidently, Meghan spoke of her mother, which is Doria, and her grandmother. And this particular squatty posted this and said, Meghan saying her mother or her grandmother would have said, where's your home training? If she ever left things littered in a hotel room, is sending me. Why does this sound so Nigerian? And I want to say, I was raised up with this very same saying. I think this is pretty much something that happens in most Black American homes. Their mothers, their grandmothers saying that, you listen, you need to act like you got home training, or don't go to someone's house and act like you don't have home training. This was just something that was said to you constantly, and you were reminded that you are expected to behave in a certain way. So this is such a connection with me and Meghan, because I know Meghan is originally from the South as well. And that is just a term that is used in a Black American household. Your mother, your grandmother is always telling you to act like you have some home training. And I am delighted to learn that this is also very Nigerian, because I am of Nigerian descent. I have found that out through DNA testing, that I am of Nigerian descent. So it is not surprising to me that we share this same thing, this whole thing about home training, because that was something that you heard over and over and over again. When you went to church, when you went to stay at someone's home, if you went to eat at someone's home, if you went out to eat, if you went shopping, everywhere you went, you were reminded that you're supposed to act like you got some home training and don't be out here embarrassing me. My mom used to actually say, don't make me be out here embarrassed. Don't be out here embarrassing me so I won't have to embarrass you. And yeah, so I love this. This is very common within a Black American household. And like I said, I am delighted to find out it is also very common in the Nigerian culture. Also, y'all, I want to put this up, and it's just a reminder that Megan Sussex will be on the Drew Barrymore show this Thursday, which is today, as ever, booked and busy. So don't forget, if you have the opportunity or if you have access, watch Drew Barrymore. Tomorrow, I will be watching, I will be front and center. All right, y'all. Well, today, because I'm downloading this in the early morning. So today, so don't forget, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.